Chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamane Tadati Swapadam Dekam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamanam Shri Guru Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Savajatam Sahagana Pradam Vikantam Sajivam Sadnetam Sadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vikramansya Hey Krishna Karana Sindha Gita Bandhu Jagatpate Gopecha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute The Kanchana Gaurami Radhe Vrindavan Nishwari Rishabhanu Sudevi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Tadabha Vasani Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. Again everyone. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare. One more time. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Thank you. We always start these programs with a verse from Bhagavad Gita and a purport by Srila Prabhupada. I personally feel handicapped if I don't read from Prabhupada first. Okay. The famous verse from chapter 9 of Bhagavad Gita, the most confidential knowledge. Madmana bhava madbhakto majaji mam namaskuru mam evaishasi yudvaivam atmanam parayanaha. And maybe just to get you a little bit interactive in this, you can repeat after me. Madmana, always thinking of me. Bhava, become. Mat, my. Bhakta, devotee. Mat, my. Yaji, worshipper. Mam, unto me. Namaskuru, offer obeisance. Mam, unto me. Eva, completely. Aishasi, you will come. Yukta, being absorbed. Evam, thus. Atmanam, your soul. Matparayanaha, devoted to me. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktimarga Swami Prabhupada. In this verse, it is clearly indicated that Krishna consciousness is the means of being delivered from the clutches of this contaminated material world. Sometimes, unscrupulous commentators distort the meaning of what is clearly stated here, that all devotional service should be offered to the Supreme Person, Krishna. Unfortunately, unscrupulous commentators divert the mind of the reader to that which is not at all feasible. Such commentators do not know that there is no difference between Krishna's mind and Krishna. Krishna is not an ordinary human being. He is absolute truth. His body, his mind, and he himself are one and absolute. It is stated in the Kurma Purana, as it is quoted by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami in his Anabhasha comments on Chaitanya Charitamrita. Dehi Vibedo Yam Nishvare Vidyate Vajit. This means that there is no difference in Krishna, the Supreme Lord, between himself and his body. But because the commentators do not know this silence of Krishna, they hide Krishna and they divide his personality from his mind or from his body. Although this is sheer ignorance of the science of Krishna, some men make profit out of misleading people. There are some who are demonic. They also think of Krishna, but enviously. Just like King Krishna's uncle. He was also thinking of Krishna always, but he thought of Krishna as his enemy. He was always in anxiety, wondering when Krishna will come to help him. That kind of thinking will not help us. One should be thinking of Krishna in devotional love. That is bhakti. One should cultivate knowledge of Krishna continuously. What is that favorable cultivation? It is to learn from a bona fide teacher. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and we have several times explained that his body is not material, but is eternal, blissful knowledge. This kind of talk about Krishna will help one become a devotee. Understanding Krishna otherwise from the wrong source will prove fruitless. One should therefore engage his mind in the eternal form, the primal form of Krishna, with conviction in his heart that Krishna is the Supreme. He should engage himself in worship. There are hundreds of thousands of temples in India for the worship of Krishna, and devotional service is practiced there. When such practice is made, one has to offer obeisance to Krishna. One should lower his head before the deity and engage his mind, body, his activities. Every day. That will make one fully absorbed in Krishna without deviation. This will help one transfer to Krishna Loka. One should not be deviated by unscrupulous commentators. One must engage in the 9 different processes of devotional service. Beginning with and
Chanting.
about pure devotional service is the highest achievement of human society. The 7th and 8th chapters of Bhagavad Gita have explained pure devotional service to the Lord that is free from speculative knowledge, mystic yoga, and fruitive activities. Those who are not purely sanctified may be attracted by different features of the Lord, like the impersonal Brahmajyoti and localized Paramatma. But a pure devotee directly takes to the service of the Supreme Lord. There is a beautiful poem about Krishna in which it is clearly stated that any person who is engaged in the worship of demigods is most unintelligent and cannot achieve at any time the supreme award of Krishna. The devotee in all the beginning may sometimes fall from the standard, but still he should be considered superior to all other philosophers and yogis. One who always engages in Krishna consciousness should be understood to be a perfectly saintly person. His accidental, non-devotional activities will diminish, and he will soon be situated, without any doubt, in complete perfection. The pure devotee has no actual chance to fall down, because the Supreme Godhead personally takes care of his pure devotees. Therefore, the intelligent person should take directly to the process of Krishna consciousness and happily live in this material world. You will eventually receive the supreme award of Krishna. And this ends the chapter of chapter 9 of Bhagavad Gita. Wow, thanks a lot. Okay, so now we have one prime verse from Bhagavad Gita that we have been reading from. And it's basically Krishna speaking about making that commitment. Okay? So when we have what's called initiation, diksha ceremony, it means about making that conviction. Because prior to this time, you're sort of, humming and hawing, yes, no, yes, no. But it's really good if in one's life, especially when we get into our mature years, to actually just kind of establish solid ground in Krishna consciousness. Get our roots in the ground. And when our roots are in the ground, especially if it's like a banyan tree or some of the worst weeds that can turn our planet into a desert, there's like this knapweed. It goes in, it has this amazing network of roots and nothing else will grow. It chokes everything in the way. And you can't really pull it out because it will just, it's a real absolute Kali Yuga plant. And so our roots should go down deep and with Krishna's service. And then we make a positive, let's say, dent into the world of Maya, okay? And that's what initiation means. It means to say, Maya, no thanks. I've been employed by you for a long time, and it just didn't work out. I quit. And then Maya will come along and say, oh, come on now, we're really so many benefits. And look at all the good times we had together. And it really was, I gave you holidays, I gave you promotion, this and that. And, but if a person is a little bit sharp and analytical, well, he or she will consider that, well, actually the shortcomings far outweigh the benefits. So I am making this stance. I have so many years left of my life. I might as well do it the right way. And the right way for a human being is to take the spiritual path, to get spiritual. To get with it, to get serious about the prime function in life. And that is to come to a position of surrender. And that surrender is a sweet surrender. Krishna's making some demands here in this verse. He's saying, please just, give it all to me. Give all your attention, all your thoughts, your resources. Just give it all. And then we have a question, I'm here to make a deal with you. And the deal is that when you submit to him, then he gives you moksha, and better than that, he gives you prema, like love for the Supreme Personality of God, and he gives you real love, not romantic love, but solid, rock solid, love. I know one of the spices that everybody, especially in ISKCON, loves, it's hing. And when it turns hard, and you grate it, and just a little bit is required. But it really turns hard. That's how you buy it, right? Of course, we have it that's cut with grains and stuff like that. Oh, if somebody uses a little bit on an Ekadashi, like the fanatics will come out, oh, you broke your Ekadashi. Anyways, Okay, so our devotional service must be rock hard like that. Because any other formula has not worked out in our favor. And this is lifetimes. I had somebody recently ask me, they said, Maharaj, when I have bad thoughts, I have negative thoughts, I have things that are not really favorable for life. And I said, don't worry about it. Your mind has been dragged through the mud for many lifetimes. And so it's expected that there will be negativity, that there will be pejorative thoughts, and so it's natural. You've been exposed for a long time, and it's going to haunt you for a bit. But don't take it too seriously, and don't take it too personally. And really, it's a little bit like visiting a haunted house. How about, does anybody here, do you celebrate Halloween? Have you got into it when you were younger?
Yeah.
It was great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was into the scary stuff. And,
yeah.
Because even the acharyas, they talk about a relationship that you have with Krishna in a kind of a grotesque way. And so horror is something that people love. I want to go to the horror movie. I want to see it, I'll just, I'll have my popcorn and it'll shake, and the popcorn will fly, and you just kind of like sink in your chair, Somewhere we get a buzz, adrenaline rushes from watching a horror movie or something like that. But then there's the other side of it, maybe you get nightmares after that. So this one person who approached me recently, I explained this to him, and I said, being in the material world is a little bit like going through a haunted house, and maybe you had bad experiences, maybe you saw ghosts, maybe your hair stood on end, and even after you get out of the haunted house, you feel, oh, what a relief. But still, maybe that night you'll be dreaming about all the scary, horrific things that you saw. So it's been a bad experience being in this world, going through the sojourn of this world through many, many lifetimes. It's not been very pleasant. It's not been really something to write home about. You're not going to write home to Mom and say, Mom, I had a great time being in the material world. That's not the truth. That would not be truthful. It's not genuine. People have a tough time with this existence. And for all our hard labor, we end up being almost invalid at the end of our life, and incapable of taking care of ourselves. And we've been reduced to that of a baby again for most people. You need to be cleansed and bathed, and your body be turned over, and like everything has to be done for you, at the final stage. And then, thoughtful people will think, I did everything I did just to get back to this position again. And then we leave our body, and again we go to the diaper stage. So it's not so nice. So we take initiation so that we can prepare ourselves for Vaikuntha. What is Vaikuntha? It is not a place. It's not a Pacific Island, summer resort. It's better than that. It's better than that. It's a place where there's no birth, death, old age, and disease. Sometimes people ask, how can you know that there is such a place? Okay. How is it possible that there can be? We don't have that. That's not within the realm of our experience, where there's no birth and no death. Well, okay, if you want intuitively, if you actually go deep inside of yourself, you can appreciate that I don't want these things. And I want pleasure, and I want it to be constant. The mere fact that I want this, I desire this, is an indication that there is knowledge, eternity, and bliss within our very being. So the fact that we don't want to die is an indication that there is a mode of eternality within us. It's a sign that we will not die. In fact, death is just superficial. We don't die. We just don't. We just carry on. Life is simply carry on. Death is really a kind of sleep. And then we wake up in the morning into a new existence. And then we go all over again. So Prabhupada was talking about initiation and that it means to approach deathlessness. That's what it means. It means I'm finishing up. And I'm going to be serious. And I'm going to get more serious than prior. I'm going to be take a strong stand against sense gratification. I am going to address all the weaknesses that I have, and I'm not going to partake in them. Or at least I'm going to make a big effort to give up my addictions, whatever they may be. And there's a lot of addictions out there, very firm and much more solid than, drinking and gambling, things of that nature. There's a lot of addictions that people go through. So what we want to do is simply establish attachment for Krishna. And that's what this verse is all about. Manmana bhavamat bhakto majyati mam namaskaru mam ivaishyasi satyam te mam ivaishyasi yukvaivam atmanam parayana. So that means that, we give our mind, we give our heart, we give all our attention to the Supreme. And to get there, it begins with hearing and chanting. So with this initiation, Prabhupada called it Harinam initiation, we get serious about uttering the name of the Lord. Our candidates have already been chanting, So in that sense, it's not an initiation, but it is more of a confirmation. We are confirming now. So this is it. I'm going for the long haul. I've been in the long haul with Maya. Now I'm going to go for the long haul with Krishna. Our choices in life are quite simple in that regard. It's Krishna or Maya. Take the K or take the M. And we've all been committed members of Maya. And it's time to make a switch. Switch off and switch on. And that's what we're doing. So when Prabhupada first started the ISKCON Society, he started marrying devotees, and he also gave initiations. He married people. He did all these different samskars, and even the marriage was to be solid and like serious. And I was just looking up. Everybody knows the Sound of Music. Just the hills are alive with the sound of music. Okay, and the actress Julie Andrews, she and her husband were together for 41 years. Says, wow, that's pretty good. My appreciation for the lady grew because she kind of stayed there, And when I was walking through America, I went through the town where James Stewart was born and raised, and somewhere in Pennsylvania, I forget the name of the town. And there's a museum in his honor and an airport under his name. And he also was married for 45 years. And he says, wow, that's pretty good for a Hollywood star, to be committed. And there's always these leading ladies all around you. And, but he understood the higher purpose, the higher principle. It's, just to stick to something, to be committed. What's really nice about our community here is that, I'd say mostly in the GTA, people are quite committed to their work ethics and also to their spouses and to their families. And, I can say that much, that we're doing pretty good, And so when it comes to initiation, this is also the thing that you kind of like stick with. And I don't have any problem with people who are in their mature years. It's just like when you're a young whippersnapper and your senses are they're a little bit out of control, and hormones tend to be very explosive like volcanoes, then it's a little bit harder to get people to stay on the straight and narrow path. If you get questions, I can just wait. Is that okay? And so it is. So there's something very much here in this regard. So once we get our dharma together, I'm talking about dharmic values, right? Now, when you take initiation, it's a little bit more than dharma. Now you cultivate something that's beyond that. You cultivate something that's to do with prema, something to do with transcendence, to go beyond these modes of material nature. Krishna tells Arjuna, Traigunya Vishya Veda, Nishcharigunya Paparjana. He's saying that the Vedas mainly deal with the Triguna, three modes of material nature. That's mostly what it's all about. But Krishna's saying, let's get beyond these three modes of nature. Let's get beyond ignorance and get beyond rajas, which means passion, and let's get even beyond sattva. Sattva means when I'm a very good person. I donate all the time to charities. I'm a very good person. I'm very proper, prim and proper. I got the 2 P's down. And that's okay, that's fine. But Krishna is more interested in your surrender, and not being attached to your mode of existence. So we are expected to go beyond. And Prabhupada set up a very nice program for us. It's called International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And it's relatively new. It's just a little over 55 years old. Culture is ancient, and it goes back thousands of years. But the culture itself has slipped and picked up some bad habits. It's very easy for that to happen. Even in our very cherished International Society for Krishna Consciousness, we see splinter groups, we see all kinds of interesting dynamics. And kind of when we started, Prabhupada was 70 years old, and then he initiated some people, and they were in their early 20s. There was no generation in the middle. And he was our only guide, he was our only counselor, he was our only, basically counselor. And so it's remarkable that things have now shaped up in terms of having a whole culture. Now we have lots of Prabhupads, meaning people who are seniors. We have lots of, Prabhu, you're 86 now?
Yes.
Going on 87?
In June.
Okay, all right.
Visual classics.
All right, wow. Okay, so we've got different generations. We have little kids, we have mature people, we have everything in between. We have men, we have women, we have all kinds of folks who are participating in our culture. And people of varying different degrees are also participating with us in Krishna consciousness. So in many ways we have Varna and Ashram established. Does anybody know what Varna and Ashram is? Varna and Ashram? Yeah, Varna and Ashram Varna refers to your career, and Ashram refers to what stage of life you're in, socially. And so that's there. People come from different backgrounds, and people have different proclivities. But what really makes important for us is that Krishna becomes the center of our lives. Now, Prabhupada also explains in Vaikuntha, there's also differences of attitudes. One group of gopis they rally around behind Radharani, and another group rally around behind Chandravali. And they have different approaches, and they actually have a little bit of a competitive nature between the two. A little bit of tug of war goes on there. You may wonder, what? In the spiritual world? There's differences, maybe a little bit of argumentation. And Prabhupada actually used this example when he found that 2 devotees or 2 parties of his fledgling society were at odds in their opinion. And so Prabhupada was explaining that this goes on in the spiritual world as well. But the point is, you may differ on your approaches, but your central point is Krishna. So the whole idea is Krishna has to be the center, and then everything's okay. That makes the situation absolute. It makes it absolute. So in general, the thing that sometimes it becomes a little difficult when we have these disagreements or arguments, and it's like husband and wife arguing, but we shouldn't take it too seriously and just carry on, honey, and kiss and make up and move along. You know? And in Krishna consciousness, it has to be like that too. You know, we may have different approaches, but we're ultimately, the bottom line is we must see what's best for Krishna. We have to be very practical, you know? Very practical. Sometimes I see people do difference with procedures. Oh, no, you should throw like this. You should not throw like that. That's another form of fanaticism. Or, no, don't drink the water. No, wash your hands and then you water Tulsi Devi. So people will come for the first time, they sip, no. You know, and then people jump on them. At least there's half a dozen people jump, no. Suddenly everybody's a pujari, a pundit, you know. Just like when you get sick. You know, suddenly all these doctors show up. Everybody's got a PhD, they got a doctorate degree. Suddenly, well, since when were you a doctor? Oh, I just know a few things. I'm not a doctor, but I know a few things. Of course, behind it, everybody just wants to help. And that's the good motive. Right? We just want to help each other. That's what we want to do. And I think when there's initiations, it means you get encouragement. You get encouragement from the Supreme Lord, the Lord in the heart, from Prabhupada, from Guru, from all the members. People want it to happen. They wish you well. Things are a little bit different, not that much. Like I said, we're already in practice of chanting. We're already engaged in Shravanam and Kirtanam, hearing and chanting. But now maybe we want to put a little stronger effort towards it. You know, we just want to get a little bit more serious. That word serious is very serious. It's very important for everybody, okay? So like Kali Yuga and Maya is very serious. So we see that happen because the effect on us is very impactful. With Maya, the illusory energy, you know, temptations, being so seriously laying themselves on us, we succumb. We say, okay, yes. But, so we see the power of that mind. Now we simply want to see the power of Krishna. Daivi Shigunamayi Mama Maya Durabhya Mam Evi Prabhadyanti Mayam Etam Durantite. From Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying that the material energy is very powerful. But that's the first part of the verse. Second part of the verse gives us some hope. First part of the verse says, oh, it's hopeless. Maya is strong. Second part of the verse, but Krishna is stronger than his material energy. So that gives us hope. Just one verse from Bhagavad Gita could take you for a roller coaster ride. Oh my God, there's no hope. You know, there's no hope for me. But then Krishna makes it hopeful by saying, but I'm powerful. My illusory energy is powerful, but I'm more powerful than the illusory energy. Otherwise, the illusory energy would have control over Krishna, and Krishna cannot be controlled. He's the ultimate Parameshvara, ultimate controller. So by taking initiation, we're acknowledging Krishna's really in charge. We somehow or other have to read into how Krishna's guiding us. We have to let him do that. Let him be in charge. When I did my first walk across Canada, I met the religious editor from the Hamilton Spectator, and that's where I was walking, in that area. And I told him, listen, what I'm doing here, it's not anything really new. I'm just saying there's a God in charge around here. And I'm just taking a humble position of walking. So he took that quote and he said, the Swami is doing nothing new. He's just saying that there's someone in charge around here. So it just needs to be reiterated. That's the whole idea. There are very strong spiritual camps that say there is no one really in charge. That you on your own can be in charge. Yes, to some degree that's true. You're the one that has to say yes, you are the one that has to say no. You know? But we have to know who to say no to. And the no was to be directed to Maya. Because for a long while we've been saying no to Krishna. We've been slamming the door on his face for a long time. Do you ever get people calling you on the phone? Some mechanical robotic voice and they're trying to sell something. So what do you feel like doing? Hang up, or they'll have a recording and then it goes on for so long and then, and what do most of you do?
Hang up.
Hang up, so I don't have time. I don't want to get cheated. So that's the way it is that we have to deal with Maya. So no thanks. There's lots of people around here, try them out. But not me. I got fooled by you long ago and for many times over. And it just doesn't work. So Maya is very powerful and continues to say, but. Okay, but I have some other proof. No. There was a song in the 60s, and it goes like this. No. Do you know it? Okay, now you do. Okay, and it's no that we say to the illusory powers that are out there, the temptations. ISKCON is a house in which everyone can feel safety. For that safety, we have rules to the house, and we follow those rules. We have 4 regular principles. We chant 16 rounds. And if you can follow those rules, you're doing really good. Now, a lot of people, the tendency is now, I've seen this, I'm now initiated. Now, my nose went from this level to this level. And now I've got so many rules to add on to the program. Where did you get the rules from? I just know it. I saw other people do it. And so I even found out in the Shastras, this is what you do, you follow this routine and that routine, all these details. But then Prabhupada gave us what we need, the essentials. And if in Kali Yuga we get very finicky and we split hairs, then we're actually going to find ourselves to be so caught up in the details, so buried under them, that the essence gets lost. So you have to get to the essence. What's going to please people? What's going to make them happy? Krishna happy in this case. And of course, to make Krishna happy, we make other people happy. How can you make people happy? We have our rules, we have our policies. But we use our little tricky, dicky programs. We try to give prasadam to people. We said this is an Indian sweet. Oh, it's an Indian sweet, but in the background, but it's actually prasadam. And what is prasadam? Prasadam is blessed food. That can bless anybody. And so devotees have ways to share Krishna consciousness. When we get initiated, it should enhance our compassion for the conditioned souls. What are conditioned souls? It's got nothing to do with your footwear, where your souls are. It's not got nothing to do with your footwear and how it wears, if there's like good arch support or this or that kind of condition, those kind of conditions. Conditioned souls, S-O-U-L, means those who are conditioned by modes of nature. They're habituated to some practices that are unhealthy. So by taking initiation, we say, I'm going to get unconditioned. And that's sometimes a little hard to do when we're very set in our ways. The personality doesn't change. I have never seen that when Prabhupada gave picture to people that suddenly the personality changes. Or if they did, I get very worried. Because we're born with certain tendencies, inclinations. That shouldn't change. But we may change some of our actions, and we may change some of the ways in which we deal with people. But the personality doesn't change. One of my godbrothers, his name was Achyutananda, and he's just a witty person. He just gets you cracking up, he just makes all these jokes right off the cuff, and he's just so much, He was so much fun. And some people were complaining to Prabhupada. He said, oh, he's too familiar with everybody, and he's, too this and too that, and sometimes too heavy. And Prabhupada basically shrugged it off and said, that is his nature. That's how he's born. You can't change that. We can certainly change some of our ways of how we deal with people. So I want to congratulate the devotees that have come forward to go for the Diksha, and that you've taken the step towards being part of Prabhupada's mission, which is very dynamic. And really, when Prabhupada first came, hardly there were any vegetarians. Nobody knew what is kirtan, hardly anybody knew what was yoga. The only yoga they knew was a yogi bear that was in Yellowstone National Park. And he was a fictitious character, he wasn't even real. And nobody used words like pundit, guru, karma, and all, but they're all going on because Prabhupada basically introduced them in a very prominent way. So look at what he's done. Let us help him in his mission. He did pass away in 1977, on November the 14th, but he didn't really go away. In that regard, I was checking out with Julie Andrews too. She had her partner for 41 years, and she said everything seems to be okay, but sometimes it really hits hard in your gut. Oh, but I wish he was still with me, like that. So that's kind of the way it should be. That kind of commitment has to be very strong. So we have our commitment to Prabhupada, and what he used to do at initiations, he would go over the 10 offenses against chanting. And the 10 offenses you're familiar with, candidates. And the first offense is probably one that needs to be highlighted. Do not get critical. Any of you have read the text, the holy text called Chaitanya Charitamrita? You hear about one fellow's name was Ramachandra Puri, and he was a big critic. He was super judgmental, and nobody could stand his guts. He hung around for a while, some weeks, some months, and finally when he left, because the sannyasi never stays in one place for very long, everyone felt like a great weight was lifted. Oh, what a relief, now we can live again. So we don't want to be like that. We don't want to be nasty and critical. We want to be helpful. That's what we want to do. We want to be helpful. Take direction, take guidance, and move along with this mission, which has got a lot to offer to the world. Okay, so we'll look at those 10 offenses against chanting. We'll look at 7 purposes of ISKCON, because you're getting initiated into ISKCON now formally. There are 7 purposes of ISKCON. So I'm giving you all some homework. Okay? 7 purposes of ISKCON. Look at the heart of those 7 purposes. And basically almost every last one is about teaching, sharing, like that. I dare not say the word preach, because I'm an arch enemy of that word. It has negative connotations. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada. So now what we're going to do, because we're supposed to finish by 12 tomorrow morning.
No, we can they do the arati inside. So
Inside.
We can start.
Okay. So we'll go ahead. And what we'll do now is, the couple of you, you've already gone through, you've got your name change and everything like that. Okay. And then Om Prakash, what we'll ask you to do is you'll come here and just offer obeisance. You can offer obeisance to Prabhupada Murti from here, which is fine, just here, and offer obeisance to the current Diksha Guru. And then we'll get down to this, we'll hear from you, what are the 4 regulative principles that you agreed to follow? How many rounds you'll chant?
4 regulative principles.
Okay?
Yeah, later.
Yeah, but if you want to come forward now, and in the meantime, our dear,
Obeisances to Prabhupada.
I'll introduce, it's okay if he does it here, I feel terrible if he has to take so much time, he can just do it for Prabhupada here and for myself.
If you come here.
And this is Ananda. He is my good friend, and he's from Maharashtra. And he's got a knack for beating the drum. So do you want to beat the drum? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Dance. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Clap your hands, everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, Om Prakash. Can you get on your knees? Are you okay? I can help. Okay, and we'll get ready to change the neck beads after this. Somebody can be ready for that. Okay, so Om Prakash, we'll ask if you can just give us what are the 4 regular principles that you agree to follow. Okay. Give you the microphone. You're ready.
No eating, no intoxication, no gambling, and no disease.
Yeah, we know. That's a first. And so if you can tell us what, how many rounds will you chant on the beads every day? The
In
month?
the present state of my health, actually, they should be 16. I try to manage them because I've got so many health problems.
don't need a purport. Just.
I combine them.
Okay.
Shravanam, Giram, Sumardam and Kirtan.
No problem. Thank you very much. Good, good, good. I love your answers. We have to do a comedy show together. All right. Good. So what we'll do is we're going to give the beads to you. And I'm the kind of person that doesn't like to change names too much.
Yes.
Yeah, because Om Prakash is very nice already. So we'll keep the Om part, all right? And we just want to add another word, okay? Om Purnam Das.
Om Purnam Das ki.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So now we'll change the neck beads and Om Purnam Das. And we'll continue with the procedure, the rest of the procedure. And for what, I didn't want to ignore you, but we'll get to that.
Takaram Bhujagasayinam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadaram Gaganasatrisam Ekavarnam Subhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Vidyanagamyam Vande Vishnum Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokaikanatham. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we'll chant the mantra from Garuda Puran that is quoted in Hari Bhakti Vilas. So all of you can also do this because this is for our purification. So please repeat after me. Om Apavitraha Pavitro Va Sarvavastam Gatopi Va Yasmaret Pundarikaksham Sabaya Abhyantaraha Suchihi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. So now we can take water in your right palm and we'll chant the mantra. Maybe you can hold this card. It's okay, it'll not. You can hold this card. Give it to them. So please chant the mantra into the water that you have in your palm. Don't look anywhere when you're chanting the mantra. So you're infusing that water with the potency of Lord Krishna's name and then you're sipping it. Om Keshavaya Namaha.
Om Keshavaya Namaha.
One drop of water to wash your right palm down, away from the grains. Second time and the third time. Om Narayanaya Namaha.
Om Narayanaya Namaha.
Last time. In your right palm, and then look at the water and then infuse this power of the mantra. Om Madhavaya Namaha.
Om Madhavaya Namaha.
Wash your palm. Om Tat Vishnu O Paramam Padagam Sada Pashyanti Surya Diviva Chakshuratatam Tad Vipraso Vipanyamo Jagrabhagam Sassamindate Vishnoryat Paramam Padam. So we'll start off by chanting the Purusha Sukta mantra. For those of you who know, you can chant along. It might take about 5 minutes to chant this to create the auspiciousness. This is stated twice by Lord Krishna to Uddhava in the 11th canto to always chant this Purusha Sukta. So before this auspicious ceremony, we will chant that. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Tachamnyo Ravrini Gatum Yagyaya Gatum Yagyapadaye Daivihi Swastirastunaha Swastir Manushebhyaha Urdhvam Chigatu Beshajam Shanno Astu Dvipate Sanchatushpate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Sahasra Shirisha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapad Sabhumim Vishvato Vidva Atyatishtatta Sangulam Purusha Evetagam Sarvam Yad Bhutam Yad Chapavyam Udamritatva Seshanaha Yadannena Tirohati Etavanasya Mahima Atojaya Guscha Purushaha Pado Osya Vishva Bhutani Tripadasya Mridam Divi Tripadurva Udait Purushaha Pado Sesha Pavakunaha Tato Vishwan Vyakramat Sashanana Shane Abhi Tasmaat Virada Jayata Virajo Adipurushaha Sajato Atyaricchata Paschat Bhumi Mato Puraha Yad Purushena Abhishaha Deva Yajnamatanvata Vasanto Asya Siddharjyam Grishma Idma Sharaddavihi Saptyasyasan Paridayah Trisapta Samida Kritaha Deva Yajnyantan Vanaha Abadnan Purusham Pasum Tam Yajnam Parishi Praukshan Purusham Jadamakrataha Tena Deva Ayajanta Sadhya Rishayaschaye Tasmaat Yajnat Sarvahutaha Sambridam Prishadajyam Pashu Guscha Guschakreva Yamyane Arnyan Gramyaschaye Tasmaat Yajnat Sarvahutaha Rijasamani Jagnire Chandahum Sijagnire Tasmaat Yajus Tasmad Ajayata Tasmadasva Ajayanta Yekecho Bayadataha Kavo Ajagnire Tasmaat Tasmaat Jata Ajavayaha Yad Purusham Vyahadahu Katitavya Kalpayan Mukam Kimasya Kaubahu Kahuru Pada Ujyete Brahmano Osya Mukamasit Bahu Rajan Yakritaha Uru Tadasya Yadvaishyaha Padbyagum Sudro Ajayata Chandrama Manaso Jataha Chaksho Suryo Ajayata Mukadintrash Jagnischa Pranat Vayurajayacha Nabhya Asi Dantariksham Sheshnaudyau Samavartata Padbyambu Minidisho Strotraat Tata Loka Kumakalpayan Vedaha Medam Purusham Mahantam Aditya Varnantam Sattupare Sarvani Rupani Vichityadiraha Namani Kritva Bivadhaniyadaste Dada Purastadya Mujarhara Chakra Pravidvan Pradisacharastaha Tamevam Vidvan Amritaya Bhavati Nanya Panta Ayanaya Vidyate Yajnena Yajnamaya Janta Devaha Tani Dharmani Pradhamanyasan Tehanaham Mahimanasya Chante Yatra Purve Sadhya Santi Devaha अप्यसम्भूत पृथिव्यैरसाश्च विश्वकर्मणः समवर्तताति तस्य त्वष्टा विदधत् रूपमेति तत्पुरुषस्य विश्वमाजानमग्रेः वेदाहमेदं पुरुषं महान्तम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् तमेवं विद्वान् अमृतय्य भवति नान्यपन्था विद्यते यनाय प्रजापतिश्चरति गर्भे अन्तः अजायमानो बहुधा विजायते तस्य धीरा परिजानन्ति योनिं मरीचीनां पदमिच्छन्ति वेदसः यो देवेभ्य आतपति यो देवानां पुरोहितः पूर्वो यो देवेभ्यो जातः नमो रुचाय ब्राह्मये रुचं ब्राह्मं जनयन्तः देवा अग्रे ततः ब्रुवन् यस्त्वैवं ब्राह्मणो विद्यात् तस्य देवा असन्वसे रीष्यते लक्ष्मीश्च पत्नौ अहोरात्रे पार्श्वे नक्षत्राणि रूपम् अस्मिनो व्यातम् इष्टं मनीषाना अमुं मनीषाना सर्वं मनीषाना ॐ तच्चं नो रावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवीः स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शन्नो अस्तु द्विपते शञ्चतुष्पते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ. So we'll perform the Shankalpa right now before we start the fire ceremony. हरि ओम तत्सत् श्री गोविंद 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 शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते आदि श्री भगवतो महापुरुषस्य श्री विष्णु आगे प्रवर्तमानस्य आदि ब्रह्मणे द्वितीय प्रार्थे श्री श्वेतवराह कल्पे वैवस्वत मन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे कलियुगे प्रथमे पाति जम्बूद्वीपे मेरुवाग्वे दिग्भागे भारतवर्षे नॉर्थ अमेरिका खंडे कनाडा देशे ओंटारियो राज्ये स्कार्बरो महानगरे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभवाति षष्टि संवत्सराणां विलम्बिनाम संवत्सरे दक्षिणायने हेमंत ऋतौ नारायण मासे कृष्ण पक्षे नवमी तिथौ भानुवासर युक्तायां चित्र नक्षत्र संयुक्तायां श्री विष्णु योग श्री विष्णु करण अतिगंड योग गरजकरण सकल ग्रह गण सकल विशेषेण विशिष्ट्यायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ भगवताज्ञया भगवत् प्रीत्यर्थं वैष्णव दीक्षा होमम् अहं करिष्ये. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे वनस्पति रसोत्पन्नो गन्धोद्यो गन्ध उत्तमा आग्रेय सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिक्रियताम्. मुखादिन्द्रश्चाग्निश्च प्राणाद् वायुरजायत. ओम तद्विष्णु परमं पदं सदा पश्यन्ति सूर्यः दिवीव चक्षुराततं तद्विप्रासो विपन्यवो जागवागुं सस्समिन्दते विष्णो यत्परमं पदम्. ओम योपां पुष्पं वेद पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशुमान् भवति. पुष्पं पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशुमान् भवति. एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति. So now we'll start the yajna. Before we start, we'll chant the verse from Vishnu Suktam. Om Vishnonukam Viryani Pravocham Yappativani Vimame Rajagumsiyo Askabaya Duttaragam Sadastam Vichakramanas Tredorugayo Vishnu Raratamasi Vishnu Prashtamasi Vishnu Snaptrecho Vishnu Surasi Vishnu Druvamasi Vaishnavamasi Vishnavetva Om Tat Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Surya Diviva Chakshuratatam Tad Vipraso Vipanyavo Jagravagam Sasamindate Vishnu Yat Paramam Padam Om Narayana Vidmahe Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Om Agni Mile Purohitam Yajnasya Devam Ridvicham Otaharam Ratnadatamam Hari Om Om Ishetu Jetva Vayavastu Payavastu Devo Va Savita Prarpayatu Shestatamaya Karmana Hari Om Om Agna Aya Ivite Granano Avyadate Nihota Satsiva Rishi Hari Om Om Shanno Devi Avasya Apo Bhavantu Gite Shanno Ravi Shravantu Nahari Om. So we'll establish the fire. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So all of you have grains. So it is black sesame, white barley, and 108 herbs are mixed. So as you hear the word Swaha, please offer it into the fire. So as Maharaj said, there are many ways to do it, but when you're offering grains, try to offer it with your palm facing down, with your ring finger, middle finger, and thumb finger if you can. Yes, this one. So if you can drop it right into the middle of the fire, that will be great. For those of you who would like to stand and watch it, that will be great. You can stand and watch it if it's covering you. So we'll start off by chanting the Mangala Charan prayers. So most of you know all these prayers, so you can chant along with us. Om Ajnana. So maybe you can you repeat? Sure. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Swaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Tadamayam Tadadiswa Padantikam Swaha Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Swaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktimarga Swami iti namine idam diksha guruve idam namama swaha. Yeah, so if only the devotees were, if you can just offer the grains. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami iti namine Swaha. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschata Desatarine Swaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati iti namine Swaha. Shri Varshavanavi Devi Daitaya Kripapte Krishna Sampata Vijnana Dayine Prabhave Namaha Swaha. Madhuryojvala Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Swaha. Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralamba Rasambode Padambujete Namaha Swaha. Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varadate Swaha. Gauravir Bhava Bhumestvam Nirdeshta Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Sri Jagannathaya Te Namaha Swaha. Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Swaha. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratrise Namaha Swaha. Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Swaha. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Swaha. Jayatam Surator Pangur Namamanda Matirgati Matsarvasya Padam Bojo Radha Madana Mohano Swaha. Divyat Vrindaranya Kalpadrumadau Srimad Ratnagara Simhasanasto Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Pristyalibihi Seven Mano Marami Swaha. Shriman Rasa Rasa Rambi Vamshivata Tatasdita Karsan Venu Swanir Gopi Gopinata Shrestunaha Swaha. Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Swaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Swaha. Everybody together loudly. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Swaha. So one more. Now this is the Prayaschitta Homa for any mistakes that may have been committed. Om Prajapati Vishnu Natvati Tananyo Vishwa Jatani Paritavaguva Yat Kamaste Juhumastatno Astu Vayam Shama Padayo Rahina Swaha Idam Vishnave Idam Namaha. So you can take a little bit of what is left over. So now it's Purna Ahuti, the final offering. So please chant Namo Brahmanya Devaya Brahmanayitaya Cha Jagatitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Swaha Om Saptate Agni Saminta Sapta Jiva Sapta Rishaya Sapta Dama Priyani Sapta Ostraha Sapta Dava Ajanti Sapta Yoni Rapri Mismadritena Swaha. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. All this would you like to hold forward? Yes. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. That concludes the initiation ceremony. So again, we'd like to thank Maharaj and also congratulate Prabhu on his initiation. And also Hare Krishna. So one round of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra to all three of them. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. So the initiates will go around the Agni 3 times. So we can have a kirtan as we are circumambulating the Agni.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sing it out, everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Keep moving around this fire. Don't stop, please. Sing, please. Everyone, please sing. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, gents, when you're finished doing one round, let the ladies come in. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare the left, to the right. Keep your feet. Don't worry. We're just all crazy. It's okay. I'm just showing you. Everyone move your feet, please. It's a dance and chant movement. Okay? Anyone who doesn't move, I'm going to give you a cold stare. Okay? Okay? All right. Take the left foot, right foot, 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 left foot, right. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktimarga Swami, Prabhupada ki Jayam Vishnu Pad, Paramahamsa, Prabhupada Acharya Sadguru His Divine Grace, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavi ki Rama Java Shri Porque brings to go see Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Reading Kasi Gaura Gopindaki Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopal Govina Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Sri Radha Kunda Ki Now that I put it on the guitar Scarborough Yatra Ki Samavera Yatra Ki Gangamiki, Yamunamiki, Bhakti Devi ki, Tulsi Devi ki, Hari Ram Sankirtan ki, Reha Puratanga ki, ISKCON Scarborough ki, Samavera Bhakti ki, Glories to the assembled devotees. Glories to the assembled devotees. Glories to Shri Devi and Shri Gauranga. Nama Om Krishna Krishna Vishaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktimarga Swami Nityananda Namaste Satsari Gauranga Chanting Shesha Sundara Vasidesha Parine. Now we're going to sing a song for protection of the devotees. Hare Krishna. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste. Oh! Those hands go.
Krishna. Today is the last Sunday of 2018, December 30th, 2018. We welcome each and every one of you to our Sunday program. And we are very blessed today for having His Holiness Bhaktimarga Swami at our temple. Joy. For many of us, this is the very first time an unforgettable experience to observe the initiation ceremony. It's for learning, for inspiring, and hope. I saw everyone was looking the process one after another. Hope more people will be encouraged to take part. Thank you, Maharaj, for giving your valuable time and your blessings. Hare Krishna. We also like to thank all the devotees for serving and helping the Lordship in various ways, like cleaning temple, cooking wonderful bhoga, distributing prasadam, distributing books. Every service is significant in the eyes of Lord. We warmly welcome all the relative newcomers and new devotees to ISKCON Scarborough. As you saw today, there was wonderful yagna today. And the ISKCON Scarborough yagna team headed by His Grace Anandavarama Das Prabhu and Dinadev Prabhu and Govinda Das Prabhu, they have been performing various yagnas throughout the year. They are booked for future yagnas, and the next few weeks, actually a couple of weeks, they're going to do 3 yagnas, and one will be 31st, which is tomorrow, at a devotee house in Ottawa. Another one is the first day of the year, 2019, at ISKCON Montreal. Another one is on 6th of January at ISKCON Toronto. We like to thank the ISKCON Scarborough Yagna team for your wonderful performance, wonderful job. Next Bhagavatam class will be right here on 12th of January, Saturday, 4 to 6 p.m. As you know, this is a multimedia interactive presentation, and His Grace Anandavarama Das Prabhu will give a wonderful class on the story of Avanti Brahmana. Actually, the story is personally narrated by Lord Krishna in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. A Vedic Montessori, as you know, is school. Actually, they're following Vedic regulations, and they are looking for a driver who can pick up and drop off kids from homes in Markham and Scarborough to Vedic Montessori schools. If anyone is interested, please contact directly to Vedic Roots, or if you need address or phone number, please contact one of us.